Hey, hello, and welcome. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and this is another episode of the Getting to Clarity show, where busy professionals come and get the tips, tools, and techniques that they need to create more success with less sacrifice in their leadership and life. And today, we're talking about what to do when you don't have the bandwidth to handle it all, right? So, it is one thing to be feeling overwhelmed. And it's another to recognize that that is where you're at and you don't know what you're going to do about it. So, as busy, accomplished professionals, we certainly have a lot going on at home, at work, not to mention a global pandemic that has just not gotten the message that it needs to go. We have been putting ourselves out there, and sometimes it doesn't go the way that it's planned. And we shore ourselves up when things get really difficult or they get to be too much. And we tell ourselves, all right, I can handle this. And I'm a strong woman. I've been through worse, or telling ourselves that, okay, it's going to pass, right? And it will pass. But that doesn't mean that there aren't some adjustments that perhaps can be made in the meantime to help you out. So if you're at the point where you know that you're overwhelmed and you don't have the bandwidth to keep up the pace, what is it that you can do? I'm very glad you asked, because that's what we're going to talk about today. You're going to get clarity on what is most important right now. So what I'm asking you to do is to step out of that all or nothing mode where you're focused on everything and where you think that everything is just carved in stone and it's all your responsibility. It's not. When you've got a lot going on and you're feeling swamped and everything's in flux and you're at the point where something's got to give, then you need to let it give. So whatever it is that you are dealing with, whether it is an illness, unrealistic expectations at work, a cranky boss, a divorce, kids going through a difficult phase, or anything else, that has now become part of your priority. It has shifted your outlook enough that it's causing you stress and overwhelm. That means you need to put some attention there. You can't just stuff it down and refuse to look at it. So in my life right now, someone I love dearly is dealing with a sudden illness. But kind of, isn't that how it goes? One minute everything is okay, and the next the rug has just been pulled out from under you. Illness takes a lot of bandwidth and increased energy and focus. And the focus on treating it, the energy that comes to be able to deal with that has to come from somewhere. You got to let go of something else to focus on what's right out in front of you. And even though I am not the one that's sick, I am one of the people, the family is rallying around her to get prepped, to make sure that she has the help that she needs when she starts her treatment. And she knows that she needs to let them, even though she is the most self-sufficient and competent of human beings. This totally goes against her nature. And maybe you're not dealing with an illness, but if it's weighing on you, if it's stressing you out, then a shift needs to occur. So feeling out what is really essential in your life. What is it that you are not willing to sacrifice? And when I say that, you can't say, well, I'm not willing to sacrifice anything. It can't happen that way, because that's the thinking that got you here in the first place. So you want to be able to prioritize where you're going to put your time and energy, because it can't go everywhere. And in my book, 3 is a good number. 3 is doable, it's manageable, it's not overwhelming. So thinking about, you've got the event that's causing you some stress. What are the other 2 areas of life or 2 other things that are really important to you that you are not willing to sacrifice? And that's where your time and your energy goes. So for me, I have flown home. I'm going to be with my family. I'm going to help support them as we all surround this family member. And I get to take care of my grandson. That's my focus, my family. But my focus is also on my business, right? But how I run it will have to shift a bit. So I'll be writing, I'll be coaching, I'll be emailing, probably on nights and weekends or when the little guy naps. But oh, he is so cute. He is not a dependable napper. So we'll have to see how that goes. And then the third focus that I'm not willing to sacrifice is my health. I have been on a health journey for myself, and I am making sure that I have the time to shop for the food that I need and prep the meals that are going to sustain me. Because if I'm not taking care of myself, I cannot take care of anyone else. You have to be able to lead yourself first before you have any business leading anybody else. That is self-leadership. So that's my 3 for the immediate future. If you're in a state of overwhelm, then what is your 3? Think about what is most important and then what can you do about it? So, actually the deciding is the easy part, deciding what the 3 is going to be. But the doing is another deal altogether. So what you have to do, ask for help. And I know for some of us, we are not used to doing that. It is not easy for us. We see it as a sign of weakness in ourselves. We think, oh, what will other people think of us if we need to ask for help? Get over it. This is where you're at now, and you need to be open. People want to help you. And if you encounter people who don't want to help you, then let them go. They're not your kind of people. So some of the ways that you could ask for help in this situation is, maybe you have a conversation with your boss. If whatever it is that you are going through is enough to impact possibly your work or potentially your work or stress you out, they kind of have a right to know. And hopefully you have the kind of support at work that you can have that conversation and explain to them that, maybe not exactly what's going on, but this is kind of what you're going through and how you anticipate navigating it and what help that you're going to need. Because realistically, yes, you have a professional life, but you also have a personal life and you're one person. So these blend together. You can't leave it at the door. The second thing is in asking for help, or a way for you to get help for yourself, is an exercise I call the 3 Ds. It is do it, delegate it, or delete it. And here's how this happens. You make a list of everything that you have going on, personally, professionally, everything that's weighing on your mind that's your responsibility. After you have completed that list, please don't stop there because that will get you overwhelmed. What I want you to do is create a column for a do it, meaning that you have to do it. You have to be the person to do it. Delete it. Delete it means that, okay, you're going to delete it for now. It doesn't need to get done. Or delegate it. Hand it off to someone else or something else. Maybe it's Instacart, getting grocery delivery, or, a shopper or some person through TaskRabbit that can do some things for you, whatever the case may be, or people in your household or your family. But what you have to do is you have to take that list and divide it equally among the 3 columns. So you can't put it all in the do it column. There's got to be an equal amount that goes in the delete and an equal amount that goes in the delegate. And that will give you some help that you need. Finally, I want to leave you with this. If you are going through a hardship, if you feel that you don't have the bandwidth to get it all done, trust. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust whatever form of higher power that you believe in, whether that is God, the universe, the collective, whatever is capital S source for you, you got to let it go when you don't have the bandwidth to get it all done. Give it up and give it to someone else. Because if you've been stressing out and if something's weighing on you heavily, then you're probably swimming in uncertainty. And believe me, I don't like uncertainty. I don't know about you, but change is something that sometimes I resist, right? And that which you resist persists. So and my joke would be that I don't mind change as long as I know what's going to happen. But okay, I'm a control freak, a recovering control freak, but you can't control everything. And sometimes you have to trust and let go. So I hope these tips help you. And I just encourage you to be good to yourself while this is going on, if this is you, or perhaps it's someone on your team or someone at work that you can help show up for them in this capacity as well. So until the next time, here's wishing you all the clarity that you deserve. And If you would like to get clarity on your next steps, your next level, or even your next chapter in your career, your business, your leadership, then check out my free resource. It is the 5-day Career Clarity Workbook. And you can find that at 5daycareerclarityworkbook.com. It's my gift to you to ask you some questions to help you uncover your own answers. So until the next time, take care and bye-bye for now.